Good, everybody, still here for the Daily Market Pulse. Monday, September 8th. Stocks finished mixed. The NASDAQ was higher on higher volume. The rest essentially down or flat in lower volume. So let's go over to the Dow right now. I'll get that loaded up right away. Let's see. So that is Friday. Do we have today? There it is. So it's pretty flat right there. It is a down day, but right at resistance still. 8 moving average holding. 20 now crossing the 50. I'm looking for a breakout to the upside towards 17.2 to 17.300. Possible push back towards 17,000 first, but now this crossover certainly strengthens the current trend, as we all know, and maybe to the top of the channel. Next, the S&P would have a similar look at appearance, sideways still across the top, just above 2,000, and the 8 moving average as well. So polarity across 1987. The 20 has also crossed over the 50, but that happened actually last week, not so much today like we just saw on the Dow. NASDAQ, as I mentioned, higher today, green candle, higher volume as well, although the candle's not very big and you're not making new highs. So that could be a little iffy sometimes, but it is a Monday. So we'll see if that just is to be more of a Monday, or is it maybe a sign of things transitioning from buying to selling. We'll have to be careful with that. Let's go to the TSX. TSX pulled back below the 8 moving average to the 20 at this point, and is still in the channel, looking for room still to 15.8. I still think this looks bullish with a rising 20 and rising 50. Now you see how there was a divergence on the stochastics, hence the selling. It's almost oversold, so if it drops, it might drop to the 50, but at this point I'm thinking things might actually hold. We're still looking for something higher, as I mentioned. Let's take a look at the DAX. And then we'll carry on from there. The DAX at resistance at 9,800. We had 9,000, 92, 94, 96, now 9,800 in terms of levels. 50 is flattening. The 8 moving average is crossing over. There's just some strength, at least short term, but there's already been some decent movement. I'm expecting a little bit of a sideways action here. Letting the 50 maybe flatten out a little bit. Let the 20 catch up. Once that happens, then you're looking for a momentum break above 9,800 toward 10,000, then 10,200. In that direction. The US dollar, Canadian dollar is stuck between the moving averages. We've talked about how that can happen. There's certainly a hammer below. The 50 is rising, but the 20 is declining, and everything's sort of converging in the middle near 109 to 108.50, 108.75-ish. So stuck sideways until proven otherwise. With the 50 rising, one would probably suggest that this could go back toward 110 before it drops below 108. Euro US big flush last week, and then Friday paused. There's still room to the downside, looking for lower prices on this. Treasuries holding on a new December contract, holding the trend line, holding above the 50 at 137 currently. 139 it would be a target above. 137 would be the support level below. Below 137 you're dropping by probably dollar increments to the downside. The Japanese yen looked like it was finally hesitating, or at least pausing and stabilizing near 95. High and low upper shadows, mind you, on Friday. I believe that's Friday. Yeah, that's Friday's candle. And if there's nothing today, maybe the contract is incorrect, but nonetheless, I'm looking for a bounce back toward 96 at this point for this one. Gold is looking like maybe there's weakness. It's looking to sell. There's a green candle there, but there's a red candle below that, dropping to about 12.55. Still within the current small-term channel, trying to hang on to the old pennant formation. If it drops, it's 12.40 on the downside. There it is right there. So it gapped higher than faded. So is this truly bearish, or are the bulls present? They couldn't hang on. They're looking to reverse this again. We will find out. Looking for a push back toward 1300 otherwise, but below this level you're looking at 1400 as mentioned. Silver is hanging on by threads into 19 in this case as well, so just barely below that. Could be 1850 or lower. Crude's been choppy. It had a nice bullish reversal, then he just kind of went back and forth in huge volatile moves, if you recall. Into September. Now today a hammer formation retesting the lows here at 93. So 93 to me is going to be the support area. There was a test down to the 91.50 area. We said 91 would be a possible spot to go to. It did, essentially in reverse. So I'm looking for confirmation of this level now to go up toward 96 and then levels of 98 and then higher. Let's look at the small caps IWM. So it's holding 116 with room, of course, to go higher. The 20 is now crossing over the 50. That only strengthens the trend. So we're looking for higher levels at this point. On the small caps, everything looks still bullish in the markets overall as a result of risk on. And the VIX fluctuating, right, stuck at moving averages, stuck below 1350 to 13, and then but holding above 1150 and $12 currently as well. So moderate bullishness in the markets as a result of this appearance.